Welcome to Education for Innovation. I'm Dave Janosz. What we have for you in this episode is an important clarification of terms. We want to clarify and differentiate between what are simply tools that students can and should use throughout the entire curriculum, and what really is a program of study that requires a specific expertise to deliver. We live in a world where we seem to hear about tech this or technology that, and in the common vernacular for the past several years, when people refer to tech stuff, they typically mean computers, information technology, and gadgetry that is electronic in nature. Yet when we consider the actual definition of the word technology, we don't see references to only the electronic gadgetry. We see that virtually everything around us that is human designed and made is, by definition, technology. Oftentimes we say that technology education is the study of the design world, just as science is the study of the natural world. And in this broad definition of technology, it's that we're talking about when we talk about technology education or engineering or pre-engineering programs in schools. Now let's hear from some guests as they can help describe this issue in some more detail.
School districts think that technology education is a computer, and a lot of boards of education, that's what the Board of Eds all think, the members of boards of ed, that the technology in the school is the computer and not the applied programming and the manual things that can grow out of that applied programming.
I still think the majority of educators don't know what technology education is, and they know science, and they might feel that they get a little bit of science in, even though they probably don't do enough in elementary school. They know math, and they'll get that in because it's prioritized in elementary school. But then when they hear technology education, we'll use computers a few times a day. We've got a computer station in the back of the room, and it's not a priority, and they don't understand what it is, even if it wasn't. So they're not focusing on the critical thinking. They're not focusing on taking that science and math and applying it.
Young folks need to understand the importance of engineering and how technology is a chief tool that engineers use to implement new products, new services, and new ideas. Engineers work in a rather straightforward manner. There's a lot of teamwork activity that goes on. Communication skills are enormously important.
It's only been within the last, the last 20 years, I guess, is really when it began to crank up, in the last 15 in a serious way, of seeing technology as, for the fullness of the subject that it could be, only to be confounded by being continually confused with computers.
Computers are something that we use in the classroom as a tool. It's not the end-all, do-all. For instance, if I'm going to do a design problem, I might have kids use a CAD program, a drawing program, computer-aided design program, and then we would draw it out, we would look at it, we might even put it into 3D. We might even then go ahead and put it in and use another technology tool like a 3D printer. We have a prototype with that 3D printer.
Technology education is not computer education. The computer, I tell students and parents alike, it's a tool in our laboratory, just like a bandsaw or a drill press. It's a tool for designing, and it's a tool for gathering research. But the scope of technology education far exceeds that of what many Americans automatically think of as the computer. A person who's technologically literate understands the world around them. They understand that everything that we encounter in the course of a day has been designed. And they understand that there was a process behind that, and there are people who specialize in design and building.
In regards to technology itself, there's a literacy piece. Technology has a history. Technology has consumer skills, and naturally anytime something occurs within technology or because of technology, there's actual aspects that people have got to deal with.
Technological literacy is understanding, in many ways, what's inside the box and how things work. I think many times people in society use technology. They see it all around them, but they really don't understand how it got there or why it's there, and they don't understand their relationship with that type of technology. It's our goal to help people understand what that technology is, how that technology works, how it ended up there, and how they can impact it.
So please understand as you continue to listen to this and other episodes that what we mean when we say we have students study technology is not that we have them sit in front of a box and learn how to search the internet or use Excel or PowerPoint just as an exercise. Do students in technology and engineering programs use the internet and other software? Yes. But they do so in the context of designing a solution to a technological problem. Will they use PowerPoint? Yes, but they'll be using it to share information about their solution to a design project. Will they use Excel? Yes, but they'll be using it to gather and analyze data from a series of rocket launches that they did. It's all done in the context of a field of study that helps students to understand technological development, impacts of innovation and invention, technological design, and engineering. What we have to remember is that technology, when it refers to computers or educational technology or instructional technology in schools, is something that can and should be integrated throughout all areas of the curriculum. Students can and should use computers to do research for a social studies project, create artwork for their art class, and present their findings from a science lab. But they should always be doing these things in the context of what they're studying. Far too often we see students learning how to use PowerPoint for an all about me or other project or something else that isn't necessarily in the context of what students study in schools. I call this PowerPointless, and I can go on about how this devalues the time we spend with students, but I'll save that discussion for another time. But technology, when it refers to technology education or the study of design, products, systems, and innovation in engineering, is and should be a school program in and of itself. And when we talk about technological literacy, people may mean very different things. But we in the profession of teaching technology and engineering K through 12 subscribe to the broader meaning of the word technology and define technological literacy in the way it should be defined, such as this definition that appears in the Standards for Technological Literacy published by the International Technology Education Association. So I'd ask anyone that works in or has an interest in a school to always make it clear what they mean when they talk about technology. We see far too much confusion not only in the schools themselves, but also when it comes to public policy. This has really exacerbated a problem in people's understanding and has kept technology and engineering education from receiving funding and other valuable support over the past several years. And unfortunately, this trend is continuing as I speak to you today. And by the way, the study of technology and engineering holds far more promise of producing tomorrow's innovators, engineers, and others that will enhance our nation's innovation capacity than making sure a student knows the ins and outs of Photoshop. Thanks for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.